Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius can create...
Stop.
In a real scenario, these two would respect each other's drip and instantly become friends.
Wow, I'm hyped.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death
Can
battle.
we skip to the fight? No. No, we have to know how stupid
It's a
the power
dangerous
scaling
world out
gets.
there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power. And every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante
What
and
the
his
fuck's
brother
that
Virgil
face?
separate.
Dude, Capcom's, modern games making everyone look uncanny as fuck. Like, what the fuck, dude? That's a troon. That is look at that horse face. No.
His wife
Fuck
got
off, dude.
iced by some demons,
Fuck off.
leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons, and with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor,
And regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature. As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through. Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal is far larger and stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks. Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog.
Look at all those weapons. I'm sure he'll pull all those out during the fight.
Guitar. An electric guitar.
There's also Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they
Okay.
off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was partying, Virgil studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante achieves through his supernatural power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot
Really?
a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind
Wow,
of a
we
big
sure do
deal.
love comics
Literally,
and shit.
Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so
right.
astronomically intense, he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. but no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure.
Death Battle doesn't get that Dante sold all of his devil arms except Rebellion, Force Edge, and his father's sword. Well, the fucking rules, they broke their own rules, and it's just a loose suggestion. It's supposed to be some kind of weird amalgam of all versions of the character, whatever their peak strength would be, even if it would make no sense in universe for them to have all that power at any one point. So, I don't know. It's just feet slop. All Death Battle is feet slop, and not feet on your feet. I don't know, FEAT slop. Foot slop. Yes, it's for the foot. So that's what it is. No, it is. It's just power wankery. You know, power scaling garbage. Power scale slop.
Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business in his own unconventional way.
And for dead weight, Nero was pretty badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire light-speed lasers that Dante and Virgil have dodged.
Really, those don't
Dante
look like
and
a
Virgil
light
can already
speed in the
dodge
game.
lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can
I love how every laser's light speed, except no, it fucking isn't. Why? Like, stop. They're not light speed. Shut the fuck up. You're just making shit up.
outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero!
No. They already lied. That's a lie. That is a fucking lie. There goes DMC 3, 4, and 5 streams. I'm gonna forget every piece of information they just shared in a second. Oh my god. Yeah, Devin did get me he got me a birthday present, guys. A model kit for Paildramon. Wow.
I'll get you a poire with a hole cut in the...
Yeah, you're gonna drill a hole in Poir. Yeah.
What is this?
We're watching Death Battle. I'm getting triggered.
Dude, that's every death battle.
Yeah, Devin, these lasers are 11 times the speed of light.
What? That's not that's how the world works.
Well, look, they're calculate. Look at those math. That math makes sense.
Now this is the power of math.
Dude, I swear they just put numbers.
Yes, yes, they just put numbers. Yeah, that makes sense. I just put numbers on the screen. It's 11.9 times speed of light. Makes sense. Yeah, well, today isn't my birthday, but it was a few days ago. I'm 30 years old. Woo!
30 years young.
Yeah, 30 years young.
30 years young.
Unk status.
Unk status. Dude, if I'm Unk, you're definitely Unk. You're like ultra Unk.
Dude, these kids, if kids are calling someone under 30 Unk, then they're in diapers.
We thought I was 34, so.
Yeah, that's funny to me. How old was this kid?
13.
Why are 13-year-old kids playing TF2? How brown and poor is he?
You'd be surprised. The only people left playing TF2 are people who don't remember when it was good. Like, so, seriously, even like TF2 YouTube is all 22 and younger, basically. Like, Zesty's the only old, and maybe like Uncle Dane, are like the only old people who still. And even then, I'm pretty sure Uncle Dane started playing after the game was already bad. Yeah, no. Anyone like me who actually remembers when the game was good does not play anymore because we can't stand it. Like the only like Zesty Jesus. It's like it.
Yeah.
That's why it'd be hard to talk to him because like he still thinks the game is good. I don't even think the game's good. Like even if they fix the matchmaking system so it's not dog shit or whatever and brought back quick play, I just think the game's bad now.
Yeah.
Rip. Chillins. Anyway, you are fat and old and soon to be bald.
Yeah, that's true. I'm working on the bald part.
Poir.
Oh my god, Poir. That's a reference to something we call our dad. Fat, bald, old.
Yeah. Anyone who's younger than us you will not realize how sad it is that you'll call your dad old your whole life, and he'll say, I'm not old. And then one day he'll start saying, I am old. It is very sad. Very, very sad.
Best thing you can do is make a chud supplement and sell it. I'm not selling any supplements. Devin only plays TF2 to bully children. Indeed. Yes.
Light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and 2 well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that as long
I don't understand what the point, like, what does spoiling the story of DMC5 have to do with power scaling? This is just fluff for the video. You know?
long as you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Cringe.
Whiz, it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good. Sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield, a man destined to be a dominant, the host to a...
It was crazy people making excuses for this game back when it came out. I just... The fact that I can put 20 hours of cutscenes in a thumbnail and people don't even blink, like they don't even care anymore. It's like, okay, just watch movies then. Well, like, watch TV shows or something. Like, why do you want 20 hours of cutscenes? Fuck. Like, actually having text that I read is 10 times faster than watching those cutscenes. You know, the old Final Fantasy games are what, like 30 hours? You know? 20 hours of this game is cutscenes. You know?
Mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a Dom can draw on magic life juice called Ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to.
Oh, yeah. I'm remembering the dominant and the submissive jokes. Dude, it's taking me back. It's I'm being reminded of the unhinged shit I was saying. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, I'm reminiscing. Let's keep it. Let's just. I can't afford to stop this.
No thanks, and instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is. cause the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along, the fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit, or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders.
Yeah, that intro stuff was cool. I mean, the thing is, again, I'm remembering because like all this stuff was the demo for the game, and the save carried over. That was one of the only times that I actually played the demo before the game came out, just to save time so the review could come out faster. And I'm like, you know what? This like Game of Thrones intrigue plot shit and like the kaiju fight shit, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then literally after the intro, almost none of that shit matters. You become a slave, and then like the plot just becomes a completely different thing. It's crazy. I don't. What the hell were they thinking, man?
Leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic battle with his self-hatred, Clive learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Ramuth, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this Dragon Prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to
Yeah,
lead the
foreshadowing
Bearers
for the
and soon
video,
reunited
or
with
for the death battle
Joshua,
part.
who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing
I'm trying to remember when I
Well,
stopped playing.
Yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. I
think I stopped playing like 15 hours in or something. I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
Limit break to boost his
The video was
abilities,
so
but
long
Limit
ago, it
Break
feels
is
like.
far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed.
Oh my god. Stop with the light speed, dude. Stop with the fucking light speed. Dude, power scaling sucks. The sad thing is like, I like power scaling conceptually, but it has gotten so unbelievably dumb. So beyond stupid that it is no different than like 8-year-olds being like, I have an indestructible force field. Oh yeah, well I have the force field breaker that can destroy any force field. Oh yeah, well I have the force field breaker reflector. Stop, dude. That's so fucking lame. Breakers?
Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a god-slaying weapon that can destroy, and I quote, all of creation.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated.
Okay,
it was
yeah.
intended to
Gay
become the
joke.
vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was
It wouldn't be an RPG if you didn't fight God at the end. Haha.
the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit.
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but
Yeah,
trust
it
me,
does.
it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits,
No, shut up. That's fuck you. No, that is power friendship cringe.
getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became
Oh my god, it's oh no, don't say base form. I'm gonna get triggered. It's no, stop. Oh god, this is so bad. I'm so glad I didn't finish this. Game. Holy shit, I'm glad I didn't finish it.
Ultima squared, but Clive still kicked his ass. Using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written
So then racism naturally comes back as the meritocracy takes hold and the superior people suppress the inferior people. Oh wait, no, that's not the narrative we're going for, so I guess not.
book by a certain Joshua Rusfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
Yeah, extremely cringe.
The battle's coming up next, so call your winner now, folks, just like our sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off, and so does every.
The upside.
Dude, what the fuck is this shilling? Skip. Power scalers are like the midwit meme. They act like they're smart because they know the feats, but without the proper context. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, I'd say. Definitely. Yeah, the number in a vacuum is completely meaningless. Also, this whole dodging light shit is retarded. Stop saying every character has fast enough reflexes to dodge light. That is the worst meme in the universe. I'm very tired of that shit. It is complete nonsense. 9 years ago is how old Dante vs. Bayonetta is. That's crazy. I dodge light every day. This fucking ring light in my face right now is blinding me, I'll tell you that. Have I played Wrath of the Righteous? No, I haven't played any. That's an Owlcat game, right? One of the Pathfinder games. I haven't played any Owlcat games.
Oh!
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Dude, that writing. Are you fucking kidding? That was dog shit. How did they not feel embarrassed? Ugh.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Alright, that line was okay.
Let's rock! Fancy yourself a bard?
It's just me or those punches too slow for those sound effects. Hold on, let me go back. That didn't sound right. Yeah, well, I think they're playing more punch sound effects than there are punches right here. That looks very awkward.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light!
The problem, see, listen, I know people love the spectacle of the animation and stuff, which, you know, half looks decent, half looks really cheap, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's decent enough for my low standards, but me, I'm the type of guy who hates in anime shit when, again, this is Goku's fault, entirely Goku's fault, is when you fight in your lowest form first, then slowly power up and power up and power up.
It's over 9,999,999,000!
That is the most beaten to death trope in existence. When a character, that's the only reason that sometimes I really like the concept of jobbing, because even though you have to put down another character that people usually like, especially Vegeta, of course, but even if you have to put down a character that people like and thought was a threat, at least the idea of a guy dumpstering another guy is exciting. It's not exciting to see guys fight for 30 fucking minutes as they slowly take off, you know, their metaphorical weighted training clothes, you know? Like, just power up, motherfucker. Just power up.
Hell is that?
Virgil's got some competition.
I don't like that voice.
Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do! So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got!
The devil cries for more. What is this, Asu's Wrath? Fucking...
In a bag, Smokey. Just Clive, I need entry! Not bad. Not bad at all. After a fight like this, God will be nothing.
I'm glad the character no one cares about won. See, that's the ultimate problem with Death Battle, is that even if Clive is more powerful than Dante, nobody wants to see this. Nobody. Like, no one cares about Final Fantasy 16. Nobody gives a fuck. The whole point of these fights is supposed to be between, you know, two huge popular characters. Who was having this debate? Clive sucks. Okay? No one likes Clive. I couldn't even remember his fucking name.
Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
This was not an easy call to make. Dante and Clive matched each other so closely, it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through 3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create...
Stop. They could both easily beat universe-busting threats. Stop extrapolating like that, please. You make everything sound lame and gay when you do shit like this. When we see stuff on the screen, I don't think... Never mind. I don't care. Death of the author, I guess. You could just interpret whatever you want as pure fucking nerd-ass data.
Universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could
I think Dante's more powerful, but I'm kind of glad Clive won, because the more popular one wins is Death Battle's meme. Who even cares at this point? Like... The moment that your feats are like, oh yes, both these characters can defeat universe. They're both universe tier. Power scaling is so gay, man. It autistic people don't understand. This makes the characters way more lame. Like, I've lost respect for both characters at the end of this. Like, nah, fuck this. They suck. That's just stupid.
Still, given their crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt
I
with
agree,
heat
Brian.
like that before.
Something.
Though Clive did not have a perfect
This
match
just
against
seems
Doppelganger,
random.
he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers, making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no...
Death Battle, stop pretending you understand context. You seem to think these characters are faster than light speed. They're not. They're clearly not supposed to be faster than light. That is ridiculous. Stop fucking bringing up context. That is such a... No self-awareness. None. Nobody does. Nobody has self-awareness. Enough with... If anyone should not be using the word context, it's these motherfuckers. It's literally just stat sheets. All this fucking is stat sheets.
No doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil was in the details, but Clive's victory is no fantasy.
The winner.
Yay, another cringe video. We do love reacting to Death Battle, don't we? It's always entertaining. Yeah, let's give it a dislike. Why not? 5 died after that, so where's the endurance? I don't know. Look at the comments. I mean, it's probably just gonna be morons and kids and shit. Blah blah blah. No. Let's see. Oh wow, this is one of the top comments and it's cringe. No, 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 no. Dante and Virgil aren't trapped in hell. Hell is trapped with Dante and Virgil. Wow, that was funny. Fuck you. F in the chat for the doppelganger that died so Dante could still eat pizza somewhere else. Yeah, the real Dante didn't die, guys. That's funny. Virgil found his character, Dante found his character. Okay. Blah blah blah. What the fuck is the point of comments like this? This is more dead internet theory shit.
In a real scenario, these two would respect each other's drip and instantly become friends.
Let's see. What is this? Says 3,900 likes. Dante, Abe's gun. Clive. What are those? Dude, I'm not even gonna say it like the meme. Whatever. Dante, a ticket to hell. Dude, are you fucking kidding? This is, you know what? People say the Outer Worlds dialogue is terrible, but this is literally feels like a line straight out of Outer Worlds 2. I'm gonna be honest. Like this. Yeah, this guy should write for Outer Worlds 3 when it gets made.